Welcome to the video. Today we're going to be doing a live consult for a former student of mine who lives in the South here in the US. And I've mentioned, and it's up on the OIM website, outside-in-music.com, that we have some brand consulting services. And some people have been asking questions about what exactly that might entail. And so the first things first is I want to kind of dig into that and what that might look like. So if you're interested in something like that, we could move forward. So please get in touch at info@outsideinmusic.com and we can schedule your own consult. But first, I want to give you an idea. So today we're talking about the website of a former student of mine. His name's Jason Kaplan, and he very graciously offered his website up as a guinea pig. And just so you know, he did tell me that this is a work in progress, but still I wanted to give a little bit of insight and background into what exactly I might be looking for and how we might be able to improve your website for you and also for him. And so here we go. This is a sample consult of Jason Kaplan's website. Right now I have pulled up here Jason Kaplan's website, jcapjazz.com. So first of all, I mean, maybe his name was already taken, the full jasonkaplan.com. But the first thing I noticed when I pull up this page, if you're looking at it, and just to be clear, I did look at this beforehand, so I know a few things I'm going to pick on him about. But so first of all, you look at this photo here, and you'll notice that it's extremely grainy. So first of all, this is your number one time of being able to get an impression of people when they arrive at your website. So if you have a grainy photo, that automatically is like kind of a mental tick against that person, like, oh, maybe they're not super professional, or maybe they don't care enough to present their image, in the best way possible. So you might take a chance to get some professional photos done so you can put those there. The $200-300 that it costs to get a nice picture or two nice pictures, is definitely worth it, especially to use it on the home page of your website. Now, the second thing, I do like this little blurb over here on the right side. It gives you a short amount of information, tells you exactly who he is, what he does, a couple of things that establish credibility, though that's great. But when I look at this website, number one, we talked about the photo already, but second, there's nothing to do. I'm looking here, that's all I can do. So I have to click on this, right? So that's good, you learn more, but when it takes me it just takes me to more of a bio about Jason, and that's great, we can learn more about Jason. But then down here we see this creative free website and blah blah blah. This we need to get rid of. So the first thing you do, you get what you pay for with a website. You need to pay for your website because you don't want this powered by Weebly here or powered by Wix or whatever. You want it to be your own space on the internet. So spend a little bit of money and get rid of these sponsored advertisements on the bottom of your website. It just isn't professional, and it doesn't lend credibility here. The bio, we could go more into depth about a bio later, but I'm going to leave that alone. I like that he's got these links to his various channels. That's great. Make sure that they work. That's a very important first thing to make sure. So it goes right to his Facebook, and again, he's using this grainy picture as his profile picture. I wouldn't use a grainy photo for that. This is also another place where you want to make sure that everything is a great presence here. I wouldn't say that this is the most dynamic photo as the cover here, but we'll talk about Facebook page audits another time. So we'll close that. At least these go to the right links, so make sure you double check these links and the email. All of that works. That's great. So let's go back to the home page. Now, I think that I did play with this before. So when you change the size of it, which is cool about modern websites, that it does change the look of it, right? But with this, look at what happens here. All of a sudden, the text is changing size, and that's great. However, we're getting this jump. And when it jumps like this, now it looks really bad. You can't even see his face. So you want to make sure that when you're using your template, you understand what happens when you do pictures and play around with a website, because everyone's going to have a different width on their browser. There's obviously, you can't account for everything, but it's definitely like on mobile, it's going to come up like this way as well. So even when you zoom it pretty small, it's still pretty grainy, and it's pretty, you can see right here, you don't want that, right? So we want to, first of all, get a great picture and make sure it's the right dimensions. Now, when you get someone to your website, you only really have one chance to get them some value while they're there at your website. So whether that's giving them a free download, getting them onto your email list, which is really what you want to do as an artist and musician, you want to develop and cultivate that following that you can access whenever you have some new project to share, or you want to tell them about a new gig or a new recording. We all want to do that. So you want to make sure that there's, number one, a way to give a chance for them to sign up for your email list, but even better is to offer them something, and offer that something on the very first page. You want to give them a free download, give them something to do, because all we have here that's clear is learn more, and it goes to the bio. And that's cool. So we've learned about Jason. I'm bored. I'm going to click off of this website because there's nothing else to do. But if I look really close, you can find up in this top left-hand corner, there is this other section. It's like, oh, there's videos, photos, transcriptions, contact. Okay, great. So we'll kind of look at some of these other sections. He's got one video here. I don't exactly know what it is. I haven't watched all the videos, but definitely let's have multiple videos. Think about having, a lot of content so people can do that. Have a subscribe button so they can subscribe to your YouTube channel. Photo gallery. Okay, number one, make sure when you put these photos into a gallery like this, whether it's on this Weebly platform or your own, when you have a thumbnail, make sure you adjust the thumbnail so that you can see the whole picture. Because right here, we have Jason's just his head. I mean, the picture is a live photo saying, I know that this is the Velvet Note, which is a club in Atlanta, but somebody else might not know that, so having a caption could be a good thing. I like how this has you can use your arrow keys to adjust through these pictures. A good variety of photos, live, and but there's no professional photos here. And this photo here, this is way too small, way too grainy. Get that off here. And then here's that same photo again. And that's a little redundant, so let's not use the same photos twice. And yeah, so we definitely need a little bit of investment in some better pictures. Now, so we have our photo gallery, and this is, just keep in mind, this is me going into here and kind of actively looking at all the pages, but if I wasn't actively trying to take stock of all this, I wouldn't even know, based on this homepage, that there's all this other stuff to go to. So I would try and see if you can make this menu visible so people can see it right away. You're never going to know if they're just going to click off and then you've lost them. You've got them to your website. Maybe you've paid for the traffic. Maybe they saw you somewhere. You gave them your business card and they went to your website, but now you got to try to keep them into your network. So if you can get them to like your Facebook page at least, or give something for an email address, that's going to keep them in your ecosystem and keep them in your circle so you can stay in touch. This I like. Whoops. Okay, it's something about parental controls. I don't know if that's just this computer. It's not my usual computer, but something about that. So that could happen too. So I don't know what that was about, but I like the idea of transcriptions. Transcriptions might also suggest that you should have some kind of educational page. I know he's got on here, the second thing that he does right on the page is teacher. So there's nothing about lessons. There's nothing about why somebody would want to know about his educational background or what it's like to take a lesson with Jason or anything like that. So maybe you want to have, if you're going to list it on the home page, right as in that small blurb, you might want to have some pages that have these items that you described, like being a teacher in Atlanta. How does that work? What are your lessons like? I like this transcriptions idea. I don't know why this isn't showing us right now. But, and then you also mentioned Scotty Barnhart, Carmen Bradford, and Tallahassee Symphony Jazz Orchestra, but I didn't see any pictures of them in the photo gallery. So it's nice to kind of sync up the things that you're listing as your credits also with items here on the website. And again, this navigation thing, it keeps on hiding. It's kind of annoying. The average person is only going to click on your website a couple of times, maybe, unless they're really interested in you. If it's your mom, a potential student or someone that you're actually connected to. But if somebody just comes across your website, they're not going to spend that much time. They're going to click off of it. You need to be able to give them value right away. So think about something you might be able to give them away, whether it's a PDF. Think about whether it's a video, not a video, of an audio track that you can send them, or a demo pack of tracks that you can send them. Something to give them for coming to your website maybe you can send them a sticker, or maybe, I don't know, doesn't matter, but something that you can do to get them engaged with you and your content and get them to stick around. And so the last page here is going to be contact. Yeah, that's fine. It's a little redundant to have the email address and the contact form. So I think most people maybe just like to send emails rather than contact forms, but I get messages both ways, so I don't know. I think different people have different preferences when it comes to either a contact form or a email address. A nice thing that you can do with the contact form is kind of maybe have a drop-down menu that suggests like things that you might want to contact you about. You want to get things in their mind. So if you had a teaching page, you might have a separate contact form that said, contact Jason for lessons, or contact Jason for performances, and maybe those are all in different spots on your website, so that there's specific contact forms with maybe some different fields, not just a generic field like we have here, but more of a when's the performance, and kind of some more questions that are more detailed towards that, or like, when can you meet for lessons, or what type of things are you working on, or what grade are you in, or what grade is your student in, your child who's interested in taking lessons. So it seems like it saves time to set up things in a more general way, but I think it's more engaging for the user of the website to have a specific experience designed around all the things that you want to connect with people about. So just to recap really quick, make sure we have great photos, make sure that you are looking at how your dynamic website scales when you move the browser around, so you can see what it's going to look like on mobile, you can see what it's going to look like on the computer screen, and then making sure that we have a great navigation. Don't hide it. People don't want to click around and search for things like that. Give away something as soon as people get to your website. Give them something, or let them at least connect with you and stay in your ecosystem. Even if not everybody does it, at least have a sign-up form for your newsletter or for your email list. Get that on the home page, or at least on one of the pages here, and give them an action to do on that home page, because we only have the action here to go to the bio. And for me, I want them to either hear my music or be able to sign up for the list by giving them something, whether it's an educational pamphlet or PDF about something, or a video to watch, something. I want them to do something on my website, not just visit passively. I want them to be engaged with it. So that's just a quick overview of some things that we could do, and we could work out a whole much more deep and thorough look at every page and how we could best utilize every page. But those are just some quick thoughts about Jason's website. So thanks, Jason, for allowing us to use your website as a guinea pig. I hope some of these suggestions are helpful. I know that leaves a lot more work for you ahead, but you're on the right track. Just keep on making some of these tweaks. And if you want to get in touch and have your own consult about your own website and kind of talk about some more branding things related to you and your music, get in touch, info@outsideinmusic.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time.